All right. Welcome back. It is Saturday, I believe April 20, 2024. And in an effort to be transparent with the people watching my videos, big boo-boo on my part with this Wammy. We had it all plumbed up. I plumbed it myself. We bent the lines last weekend, and come to find out, I plumbed two of the dumps backwards. You know, I thought they worked in two directions, but apparently they don't. And what I'm talking about is these back dumps right here. Now they're plumbed correctly, but originally they were plumbed backwards. So this is returned. This is going in. I had them backwards because I thought they were two-way valves, and they're not. So we got everything working last weekend, and whenever I first, lift the vehicle, I always do it with the slow downs closed. So we did that, lifted up fine, checked for leaks, no leaks, cracked the slow down a little bit to let the car down slowly and gauge how fast it's going to drop. And when I crack these, the corners drop down. I thought it might have been oil getting from here to here and hitting the dump valve, but it wasn't. It was oil completely blowing past the dump. Made a phone call to my buddy, and sure enough confirmed my suspicions that I plumbed them wrong. So what we did was we sat here and made a mess and plumbed them correctly, and we were wrestling with the lines, and my Imperial 400F kind of struggles to flare such a close line, which is the reason why I bought the rigid, if you guys watched the video with my comparison on that tool. So what we're going to do today, we're going to approach it a little different. We're going to try and maybe reflare the line. The problem is the dump is not exactly in plane with the slowdown, as you can see, and that's making for a difficult bend. It kinked it. This one's a little bit better, but not much. So I don't know if we're going to try and reflare those lines, or we're either going to yank the whole thing out and come up with a new plan. The pressure lines are fine, and regardless of how we plumb the slowdown and the dump, it's not going to affect where the pressures land, so those should be reusable. But that's to get today's goal, and it shouldn't take long. I'm thinking half a day. We're gonna fix this problem, and then we're gonna lift the car and it'd be done. It's all wired up, everything works. There's no leaks on any of the fittings and any of the flares, so we're good in that department. But we had a little hiccup. Last weekend was pretty disappointing. We stayed out here till probably 10 o'clock wrestling with these flares before we finally threw in the towel and said, you know what, we need a fresh start. We need to rest and regroup. So that's what we did. We're going to come back today and we're going to hit it hard. So bring you guys back here in a couple hours once we get started.
I had a boss that lived in Bastrop. He would drive to Houston every day.
What we doing, man?
We're trying to make the best of what we got. We don't have swivels.
Did you explain to the people what happened?
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay. We have plumbed it. I plumbed it wrong. Plumbed the dumps wrong. So, but with this, what we're doing now, if you notice, these T's are angled like that. So now this is more in plane. So it's going to be a good bend.
So, what would you say about people buying their fittings from overseas?
Not do it.
I mean,
They don't really use 90s. They're more like a 95. Maybe they're using a metric system. How does that?
I mean, if you look at this, this ain't a 90. I mean, they sell it as a 90, but this is not a 90. The check valves are going like this.
That's what, like, what degree is that?
I say it's like a 98.
98, man.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that number?
Eyeballed it.
Because he's left-handed.
Wonder
I mean, what are they, like $5 each? These fittings, like five.
Let me take a step back.
Yeah, you just kick right on the right in the gut.
You know,
No, I'm just saying, how much are they? About $5-6 each?
No.
Each.
No.
This one right here. About 8?
Those are about $10, maybe more. Each. Because they're chrome. Yeah. If they weren't chrome, if they were regular, you know, steel, then they'd be about $5, $6 bucks.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, and of course the shipping. The shipping's probably gonna kill you, man, on that.
So what we gotta do? We gotta flip it down.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we need to. You tighten this one already?
Not with the wrench, I don't think.
We need to tighten this one and then bring it down.
Use cloth tape on the crescent wrench. It helps.
Yeah. So if you're doing a setup like this, you might but it help you for about 2, maybe 3 takes.
Maybe one more.
Oh yeah, that's real loose.
And what about those crescents they sell for those AM
We want it
fittings?
to be like that.
What do
Get
you
one more
mean,
turn
man?
on.
What is it?
They're like aluminum.
The what?
The AN wrenches?
Yeah,
I've
the
never
AN
had any.
wrenches.
I've never used them. I mean, I guess they're meant to not scratch.
Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
Aren't they meant for only aluminum? Like
Yeah.
aluminum fittings?
Aluminum, yeah. It's getting tight.
Would aluminum fittings
I wouldn't
Yeah.
use aluminum on this.
be ideal for a hydraulic setup?
No.
Why not?
There's more pressure. You want to be stranded on the side of the road?
Man, imagine stripping. They would always strip.
They would strip.
You can't be tight.
I mean, maybe. But
How's that?
it needs to be over here. Or, no, you're right. You're right. Now, we're going to flip it down. And we probably have to, but we got to flip this down too.
We're gonna flip it down straight and then angle it afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So we can tighten this last one.
Yeah. Getting tight, huh?
How much do we still got?
There we go.
Have a turn or no?
You want to do that?
We put the pre-cuts in the back already.
Okay. Now, you gotta probably go
A little bit more.
another quarter turn. Okay. So now we crank this one down.
Is that straight? Or a little bit more?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Actually pretty good. This is gonna go.
Boy, it's tight.
Oh wait, it'll go by hand.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's money.
Now, if you bend that, that might be too short. Because the bend ain't gonna start till here. That's gonna eat up, and then you're only gonna have that much, and it may not reach. So I would do it about right there.
So my halfway mark is right there.
Yeah.
So it's about an inch away.
Yeah, because you're still gonna have this much meat from the bend.
Yeah.
But if you were to bend it where you marked it,
It's gonna bend over here.
this is gonna be short.
So the bend is gonna be on this side. Versus now it's gonna be right here.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta start at the 0, right?
Yeah, well the halfway of the tube is right here.
Okay.
But if I bend it here, this is gonna bend. And then we're gonna have a short end. So if you bring it back about an inch, that's about an inch. It'll bend this over. It should bend in the middle, and then we're gonna have to cut off both ends, right?
A little bit.
So wherever you mark, you always want to lose an inch after the mark or before the mark, right?
Well, in this setting, and what we're doing here is we're bending a 90, and then we're trimming it to fit.
So we're gonna trim here and here.
Yeah, but let's say you don't have that option. You don't have that luxury. You got to be precise in the first one.
Well,
What's
then
up
you
with
need to put this straight up. So a piece of scrap going straight up. Put your line here and back it up 1.5 inches.
So 1.5 inches is where you want to.
That's the radius of this. So
Okay.
you start 1.5 inches, you're gonna end up right here.
Okay.
That's about an inch.
Never knew that. So your line 0 and 90's gotta meet, right?
Yeah.
In order to get that full 90. Yeah, John, you struggling? You all right, man?
No, I'm just looking at the number.
Oh, okay, okay.
So just take your time.
All right. Football, man. Tired? Okay.
You know, there's people that do the work and there's people that hold the camera.
Damn.
Usually the cameraman buys
Buy some beers?
Yes.
How about the lunch? What you talking about, man? That incredible pizza.
Yeah, that pizza was pretty good, man.
You went out cheap, man.
What are you talking about, man? Domino's
It's like
is
the
cheap.
cheapest thing you can buy is pizza.
Ooh,
Right?
man.
They're like $6 each. You bought 2.
What you want, man? Some filet mignon or something? You want some baby lamb?
Yeah, that sounds like a good celebration.
Jeez. Maybe next week.
What's
Oh,
that?
you're gonna be out next
He
week.
doesn't go buy.
You're out.
He doesn't drive the car to the gas station right now.
Yeah.
Go buy the beer.
In the 68,
Ain't
that's
got
what
no-
I'm talking about.
Ain't got no
Hey,
plates,
we're
no
gonna
tags, no
we're
nothing.
gonna
man.
caravan. I'm gonna be right behind in the Lincoln.
How am I gonna go down the street, man? You know how notorious these country sheriffs are?
Country, county.
No, country. We out here.
We in the country.
Yeah.
Hey, tell people what these holes are for, Kenny.
I don't know. I think they're to mount
They're mountain, yeah.
in an industrial setting. Mount them to the side of your bulldozer or whatever. I don't know.
Or in your hydraulic set.
You can do
Yeah.
that too.
I don't think they use that size dump on a bulldozer. They're a little bit more beefier. A little bit more.
You'd be surprised they use a 1/4-inch hose on my lift.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I think that's tiny, huh?
1/4-inch.
Alright, so now we're gonna ream it.
You want to hold this, Bobby? So what I'm looking at right now is we're trying to get this nice and parallel with the rods. You know what I mean? We don't want it to be down like that. We want to get it nice and parallel. You could use a level, but none of this is level.
Yeah,
You
not
know-
right now. Not the way it's mounted and everything, but I mean, it's.
All right, Bobby, you want to mark it? Here you go.
Hold on.
You need a marker?
Yeah, no, I need a box of them.
Yeah, me too.
Used to borrow them from work.
Yeah, same. I'll give you some.
Borrowed them all.
I'll bring out some. But you know, I didn't say that. Yeah, I'll buy some at the office supply.
You gotta do your Spanish part, man. You're editing. Your Spanish. For the Spanish speakers.
Alright, cut. Ok, estamos aquí otra vez con la gente de aquí del taller Lonestar Lowe's. Tenemos aquí a Ken, el maestro. Y luego tenemos aquí
Jan.
a Jan o a Juan, para la gente acá de México o hispana de Latinoamérica. Juanito. Or how would you say, bro?
Hermano.
Juan hermano. Y acá tenemos a
Bobby.
no es Bobby. Es Roberto, pero ¿qué es Roberto?
Es Carlitos.
No, Carlitos es Charlie.
Roberto Carlos.
Beto. Es el Beto.
Betín.
A ver si este canal llega ya hasta los otros países. Y si sí llega, pues dejan un comentario ahí de qué país son ustedes.
So we're making our cut.
Ok, aquí va a intentar su primer cortada el maestro.
Hey, might bring more watchers, man. More views. Do you do other languages like Chinese?
Very small, un poquito. But yeah. All right, cut.
Donald Trump.
Tell Ari to make sure she edits it however she needs to, man, with the cuts.
That's the last one? Oh no, I got 2 more.
Okay. So we got our cut. We see it fits pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
like money.
Okay. It's a lot better than before. The other night we was trying to kick this out and
Yeah.
you know all that. We were struggling.
Hey, it was so bad we didn't even have a beer afterwards, man. I think everybody just
went home.
Everybody just went home. We were all like just fucking pissed off.
Got another 14. We already got one? Oh, right there. This is it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's a trash one, I think.
Is that the one that was too short? Oh, it's
Yeah.
right here.
You ready to go then?
Yeah, just need to bend it. So you got to ream it before you flare. I've never flared without reaming. I don't know what it would do. My guess is probably no good.
Maybe some leaks or something.
Probably, or maybe split. You're only supposed to use a file one way, by the way. But I've got a bunch of files. So now we want to double check. Still good?
Is it?
Yep. You want to put your collar on first, then your tube nut. I'm sorry, your tube nut first, then your collar.
What if you forget either one of those?
Start all over.
You can't. You can bend the tube nut around, but you can't bend the collar around. So yeah, start all over. So, man, after the first few flares here, I must say, +1 on the rigid. I really like it.
But they don't sponsor you, man. Are you saying this just to get sponsored, or?
I'm saying because it's the truth, man.
Okay.
Like, see right now, I flare thing with one hand.
Ridge is a big company. They can afford to sponsor somebody. If y'all are listening out there, go on, or if somebody knows somebody that works there, go and send a snippet.
I'll say that in Spanish.
Para la gente.
So you want it flush. Flush with the die, and it just gets such a tighter bend, man, or a tighter flare on a bend. Now, unfortunately, with these bends, we're not really, you know, maximizing the tool. If we would have had this last weekend, we could have done what we was trying to do.
Yeah.
But with this, I mean, we got plenty.
Yeah.
This, you can use the Imperial for this.
You can almost say it kind of worked towards our advantage, not having the tool, because we ended up redoing the entire
The whole
assembly, and it turned out better. More gripes, but it turned out better.
Put a little oil on here.
Are all these left over?
Yeah.
All of them?
There's more over there too.
There's more over there.
Yeah.
Well, we changed the design. This is the third design. What is wobbling? I think that's how the flare happens. Because that's the way the reamer is.
Until it bottoms out, and then it just.
Yeah, what's going to happen here is it's going to click in a second. Once it clicks, then you're done. Then you back it out.
Kind of like what do you call it? Those torque wrenches.
Yeah, exactly there.
Okay.
Then it locks back
in.
in.
Yeah.
So you can do this one hand. Two hands is easier, but right now, I mean, it's so oily. Everything's oily. But on a tool like this, it's good to be oily, you know?
Wow, that's really cool, man. It pushes it out gradually
As it goes.
every turn. I guess that'll keep the heat down.
Yep. Kind of just distributes it evenly, huh?
You see that flare?
The thing is like all along.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There you go.
Hit it with the file just a little bit. Got a little bit of burr right there.
Just to clean it up, make a good seal.
Yeah.
That's an Imperial reamer, right?
Reamer, yes.
Yeah.
So the tubing should fall right in place where we had it. It's a hair short, so we'll see. You do have to account about a 1/16 of an inch for the flare.
So if you were to make your line at the end of the fitting, what, add a 16 on either side?
Back it up a little, yeah.
Or no, add a 16, right? So you make your cut a little longer.
A little bit longer, because the flare is going to bring it back a little.
Okay.
this is a real basic line. I mean, this is a 190, a single 90, you know.
But it's everything else that went into it before you were able to make a simple 90.
I personally like simple lines. I mean, some people do all this crazy stuff. To me, that's like 20 years ago.
I thought you were gonna say for the plants.
Come on, man, you doing this?
That I don't know. That's just not my style.
Well, you know what? The valves I see at work come in like that, and they have some real simple lines. But yeah, it reminds me of this, really. Good stuff.
Does Jan approve?
What do you think, Johnny? Is it even? Is it level? Not level?
The left side's even.
What's the left side?
The one with 2 lines.
Okay. Yeah, this one's not. You're saying this one?
This one kick down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can move the fitting down just a little bit, and it'll be all right.
And that'll fix it.
So
Okay.
we're gonna do this last one here. Bring you guys back once we get in the car.
All right, guys.
So man, I'm glad we tore this apart.
Yeah, I am too.
These lines are a lot more parallel. I got to use the rigid. I'm really impressed with the rigid. I'm really impressed with the cost of the rigid. I went back and looked at the Amazon history there, and it's actually $137. On the video, I believe I said it was $150, so $13 cheaper. And man, I should have bought it a long time ago. Honestly, should have bought it a long time ago. It's kind of like why buy it if what you have already works, you know? But that thing can make tighter flares on tighter bends. So it's kind of like a hammer. You don't only have one hammer.
Yeah.
You got 10 of them,
Yep.
and each of them has a purpose.
Yep. Dead blow, claw.
Yeah, plastic, lead. You know.
Well, it's kind of like I was telling you earlier, man. You know, that Imperial was probably the best of the best back in its day. Back in, you know, when you first got it, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, within time, I mean, you got new products that are coming out that are cheaper and do just as good of a job, if not better, you know. And
Sure. I think we're ready to stab this thing in.
yeah.
Slow downs clear the blocks.
We just need to crank down on the fittings.
These,
Yeah. And that's
once it's in,
Yeah.
put them
Once
two.
it's in,
Boom.
we crank down on the back ones at least, or
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sucker's heavy enough to crank down on.
Yep.
Bring the big press.
So we'll bring you guys back once we put this thing in the car.
We can shave that bolt.
All right. So it's back. It's done. Hey man, where'd he go?
You went to get a piece.
So what you think? We need comments. Only thing that's left really is to just kind of tidy up some of the wires behind the Wammy. He's going to do that at his house. Maybe build a false wall, or you know, whatever. But it's 72 volts all around. No leaks on the hard lines at all. We'll put the accumulators on the cylinders, on the rear cylinders. They're teed off. 10s in the back, 8s in the front, shallow cups in the front. Painted batteries, acorn nuts on the battery hold down. What you say, hey?
So.
It's for sale. Put the skirts on, put the true spokes on.
You know, people don't take that seriously.
Need to mount the switch panel. Need to mount the sail panels and do a headliner on it. Outside of that, man. "14" true spoke. It's dirty. Real dirty. What you think, Johnny?
Man, this car, we started with a rock solid car. So the fit and finish of this thing is excellent.
Yeah.
The car is beautiful. I love it.
Here, hold the camera. Is the ground still hooked up?
Yeah.
So with narrow the rear end 1.25 inches on each side, right? And it still has the original panhard. And to run skirts, and you still got plenty of room. And that's with the panhard. with the non-adjustable.
Yeah, which that's in the feature, an adjustable one.
You already what, inch and a quarter?
I think so. 1.25 inches on both sides. So total 2.5.
And you got 8s in the front, right, with shallow cups.
Yeah.
And in the back is what, 1 ton pre-cut?
Yes, 1 ton pre-cut.
That's about as low as you can get, man, without dragging the gas tank. We say the gas tank is what? A couple inches. 2 or 3 inches off the ground. That's good. So we got it wired up, front, back, and then these two are front corner down, back corner down, so no side to side. And really the back corner, the corners are just to level the car out. Like if it picks up crooked or something, you can just, so you can level it out. Same with the back.
Now the reason is spinning before it lifts is because of the accumulators.
Yep.
It has to fill up the accumulators first before it hits the cylinders.
That's how you should park the Lowrider. You don't park it with the back up and the front down. No, back down.
Front, back down, front down, maybe up a little bit.
Up a little bit. I don't know, man. What you guys think, man? We did this whole entire thing in house. Paint, body, minus the upholstery.
Yeah.
Paint, body,
Well,
exhaust.
we can do that next time for sure.
Paint, body, moonroof, exhaust,
Yeah.
a chassis assembly.
Yeah. And when we say upholstery, only the seats.
Sure.
We're
gonna do the headliner.
panels, carpet. We're gonna build a headliner for it.
And the hydraulics and assembly. It's a frame off car, man.
Complete frame off. The whole LS
LS swap.
460E.
And I still got that funnel over there because I'm still doing some.
Just some bugs to work out.
Well, I got to make sure the transmission is filled properly. We got to run it to temperature.
Yep.
So
And cap it.
CVF serpentine kit.
Yep.
DeWitt's radiators, small fans.
Yep. Yeah, man. What you think, man? I think you pulled this off pretty good for $12,000. Shade firewall. So anybody looking for that with the 65?
Oh yeah. So this is the little firewall kit.
You got it for 12,000?
No, you got it for 400, and we put 12,000 in it.
So yeah, I mean, you know,
He told me 300.
Shave the full firewall. We cut and buff the firewall.
Yeah, the firewall was cut and buff. I still think we need to put a little mini plaque above the brake booster right there. Dress that up off them 2 studs. Or something. A little Texas toast. A little placard or something.
Base and cleared.
Actually, this was powder coated first. Then base clear.
Yeah.
Same with the radiator support.
which is great because it added another layer and it feels really good.
It's just gonna last
Yeah.
longer than us.
Hey, chrome plated grill.
Oh yeah.
All the grills chrome plated. Corner light, corner caprice lights. Bottom of the hood looks just as good as the top of the hood.
Yeah. Just need some bumper guards and I don't know, something else.
Let's see. 520 cokers.
True spokes.
Excellent.
Yeah. So.
You think Mr. True Spoke will actually feature me on his Instagram page?
Oh man.
I've been shooting for that for a while now.
He would do himself a disservice if he did.
I've been trying to get on that page, man. It's kind of like my lowrider dream to get on that page. That
Hey man, you know what this thing needs? Spotlights. And Hideaways.
Lumber guard.
Spotlights.
Spotlights.
Who am I trying to spot?
Them haters, man.
Oh.
No. Spotlights, man. I think the thing I wouldn't do the hideaways, man, because you already got the grill chromes and all that. But spotlights, man.
Hideaways is a whole nother. I think you need fenders and all that.
I'm not sure, honestly.
No. Because I mean, they gotta have that cutout for the actual light to flip. I mean, not the light.
I'm not sure,
cover
man.
to
Maybe
flip.
somebody can comment. I've never done it.
Hey, you know what would be a needle in a haystack?
What?
Them 427 fender. It's the whole fender, but it has a balloon.
Oh, yeah.
Like a shark.
Yeah.
Things are gorgeous. But man, that's a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
427 hood.
Oh yeah, with the vents.
Yeah, man, that's hard to find though.
Painted the dash, painted the column, painted the steering wheel,
Dakota dash.
Dakota dash,
Yeah.
American auto wires, new throughout.
all new wiring harness on the whole entire car front to back.
It's a little dirty. Gotta vacuum it, clean it, do a full detail on it.
Man, I think the setup came out pretty good, man. I mean, considering this time last week we were struggling with what we had.
Yeah.
We had to buy some more fittings to reconfigure how we were going to do it, but
Yeah, we opted for a little more, I guess we'd call a simpler
yeah.
configuration, but it really turned out great because
Man, I love the factory seats. These seats are awesome.
It's a good car, man.
There's no patch panels on this car anywhere.
no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Rock solid.
Yeah, it was solid. So it had a little bit on the hood.
The
Bobby
hood had
Bobby
a
took care of that.
Yeah, that was
You did good by buying this for $200, man.
Man.
400
The number changes every time.
at 300.
Yeah, man.
Hey, and we're gonna hang the plaque from here down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hanging
Flying
And it's gonna be on the left side. You know,
No.
something nobody does.
on the left side.
No.
I think we did pretty good, man. I mean, you know, considering we're a bunch of amateurs.
Yeah, I mean, an advice for somebody trying to do this, man, just stick to it. Even though sometimes you want to quit because of all the money wasting.
Got a better advice.
Huh?
Got a better advice.
What?
Don't buy a rust bucket.
Don't buy a rust bucket. Nah, I just, to be honest with you, there was times I was like, man, I'm over my head, man. I just don't want to spend more money on this car, but
It seems like it nickels and dime you to death at the finish line, man.
yeah.
At
But
the finish line.
But it's there. It's worth it. It's worth it in the end.
That's how I'm feeling right now. But
My nickels and dimes are your quarters and dollars, man.
Now we're
hey, man, considering those cylinders are from what, like 05,
I can't believe they're holding like that.
06,
Yeah.
and they don't leak.
They're not leaking. They're not.
Cylinders,
Dump.
they were different back then.
Yeah, they were built different for sure. For sure, man. I like the battery hold downs. Combination with the acorn nut.
Thanks to Bobby.
But a good idea, Bob.
Yeah, man.
Bobby hold downs. Is that what it is?
Bobby hold
Trademark?
down.
The Bobby hold down. I want the Bobby hold down. Next time you're at a shop, tell them, hey, I want the Bobby hold down.
Bluetooth. Hold down both.
Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. I think this thing might head back. I don't know, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
can,
Next week,
We
weekend.
can flip them around if you want to do that. And you can drive your car. So it's a win-win.
If we do tomorrow, I'll come tomorrow. I'll help you load it.
Load it.
It's got no plates.
Okay.
You're talking to Bobby.
Yeah, you're talking to Bobby over here. Bobby.
Hey, when was the last time you bought auto insurance?
My car don't have plates.
No plates, no tags,
No insurance.
no insurance, nothing, man.
Oh, yeah, not even.
Probably don't even have a license,
So
man.
if you just Rex just
You know what I'm
walk
saying?
home.
What happens when you're illegal? You can't get into that stuff.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, if you load it up tomorrow, we'll I'll come help you load it up, take it back.
Well, what's all left? Just clean up the wires a little bit in the trunk,
Yeah.
and then do the headliner.
We can pull the car out if you want to do the coolant, and then we can put this one first, and then that way this one will be
Closer to the door.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah, back then.
Let's do that, man.
Okay.
Bring you guys back next week, man.
Thank you,
Stay
guys.
tuned.
Yeah, we can